Hamish and Andy.
And on the weekend, we were talking to a mate of ours, and he was relaying a story back when he was a teenager living at home, I think year 12. He was doing some work in his bedroom, and his mum came in and was looking for something, and he wasn't really paying much attention and just said, I haven't seen what you're looking for. And it turns out it was a magazine that she was after. She needed to find this particular magazine and opened up his cupboard where he had a stack of various magazines, like surfing mags and, just probably some few Mad magazines from his early teens thrown in for good measure. He knew that within the pile there was an adult magazine.
Yeah.
Best place to hide a book in a bookshelf. Best place to hide an adult magazine in innocent other magazines.
Best place to hide a tree in a forest.
Exactly. Yeah. Best place to hide a golf ball. Maybe in a cool mint factory. I mean, it's a bit bigger, but they might not notice if you bury it. Anyway, so he's got the magazine up the top of the stack. Yeah. He only then becomes conscious. He turns around and sees his mum going from the bottom of the stack of magazines up towards the top.
Towards the danger zone.
Up towards the danger zone, the classified material. Yeah. As an 18-year-old that's not meant to have this sort of stuff lying around the house, or possibly 17, he's gone... What do I do here? And it's any male that's been in a similar situation, any female that's been in a similar situation, when something is about to be found out that you really don't want discovered, you panic. And at that stage, any solution will be given a look in. Your brain, normally where your brain will say things to other thoughts like that's a bad idea or we're not doing that. Yeah. In that moment of panic.
No time to troubleshoot.
All ideas are on the table. Yeah. It's like a bit of a midnight meeting. Yeah. Guys, I don't care how crazy the idea is. We need a solution.
What it is a hole in the boat.
Yeah.
There's a hole in the boat and water's gushing in. And at any moment...
You don't have time to deliberate, guys.
Yes, take off your pinky and shove it in the hole.
I'm looking for creative solutions here. I'm looking for leaders that can think outside the box. He panicked and thought, and as his mum was sort of getting closer and closer to the magazine she shouldn't have seen, the best idea he could come up with in the situation... The extreme save, if you will, was to, as a 17-year-old guy, run up towards his mum, who had her back to him, and yell Specky and mime taking an AFL mark on her back, knee into her back, and just mime taking a huge grab over her head, which pushed her into the cupboard, and she came out rubbing her back going, "What are you doing?" And he said, I just thought I'd take a mark on you.
Warwick Kappa,
Warwick Kappa just
hands
gone,
in the back.
Mum's getting close to the picture magazine. Specky! Thrust her into the cupboard. She's come out rubbing her back, very angry at him, and walked out going, well, you're a weirdo. He sat back and sat round to talked to everyone in his brain that came up with the idea and went, good work, team.
Even though his mum's been maimed, gone outside... He still thinks the job's been done.
Good work, guys. That could have been a real disaster.
13, 10, 60. Have you had to do this?
Yeah, extreme saves.
It's that moment where you're about to be found out for something. Maybe it's naughty material. Maybe it's a surprise party and you had to distract the person. The extreme save you had to go to,
even
13, 10, 60.
This is going to look really odd. I just have to do this. Any cost is worth it.
Trish, you've had an extreme save in your life.
Yep, I was at my ex-boyfriend's house and I had a terrible headache. So he went through my bag looking for Panadol, except he found a number on a piece of paper that I received from some guy. So I got the paper, I put it in my mouth and I ate it.
So it's pretty clear in that situation that you are destroying evidence. What do you say to your boyfriend?
I mean, he's an ex-boyfriend, wasn't he?
Do you pretend that
he was my boyfriend at the time, so I ate it and he asked, why did you do that? I said, I don't know. I go, have you got that Panadol for me?
I don't know. Don't worry about that.
I didn't eat it, though. I spat it out later.
Yeah, just assume the paper had some paracetamol properties. Whatever, mate. What's so weird about eating a strange phone number out of my bag?
Well done, Trish. Jen, on 13, 10, 60, you've done an extreme save.
Yeah, I had a photo of an ex in an album and it was just loose and he almost came across it, pretended there was a bug on it, threw it across the room and then just started stomping on it.
That is smart play.
That's good. That's very good. So you're going through the photo album.
Yeah, he was going through it, like looking through photos of like a holiday and everything, but I didn't tell him that my ex was there.
Yeah.
And you've done that.
Yeah.
But then after you've stomped on the photo, does he walk over and get the album, or do you go, you know what, just to be sure, let's burn this photo album and let's really kill this bug?
I was just stomping on it. He looked at me like I was crazy and went and grabbed a beer.
Good. Yes. Better to be mental.
I'll keep stomping on this till he gets bored and wanders off.
Craig, you've had an extreme save, Craig.
Boys, one of the best, I think.
Yep.
About 16-year-old, and I was before school, parents both at work, went looking for a pair of socks, found a adult magazine in my parents' bedroom.
Terrific.
Yep.
Happened to leave it on the bed and went to school, forgot all about it, and coming home, walking off the bus, and there's my dad at the front door with his arms crossed. And I thought, what is he on about? And then it struck me.
Yep.
I didn't put the magazine away. How do I handle this? I got to the front door, and I thought, let's turn defence into attack. Dad says, get inside, your mother wants to speak to you. And I said, well, that's good, I want to speak to her as well. He said, what? I said, well, I found something this morning that's disgusting. He said, what do you mean? I said, because I was about 16, my sister's about 13. Yep. I thought, hey, what happened if my sister found that? You can't have that sort of material lying around the house. That's disgusting. I've never seen anything more terrible in my whole life. Mum started crying. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You've corrupted me. I had no idea what breasts were as a 16-year-old boy until I saw that.
Well done, Craig.
This is Hamish and Andy.